Despite the fact he won't publicly admit it, it's clear that Paul Pogba is leaving Manchester United, and all because his agent Mino Raiola just couldn't shut his mouth and had to let everybody know that his client is available for transfer. So in January, if he does leave, where on earth is Paul Pogba going to end up? So first off, what is Paul Pogba bringing to a potential new team? We've seen all of his talent, just not for a while. Whenever he joins up with the French national team, you see a brilliant Pogba. You see one who can control the midfield, who can burst forward from deep, who's got a fantastic range of passing, brilliant dribbling, and can literally dictate the game with all of his skills moving from left to right and forward to back. We just don't see it at United. Now, whether that's him not really trying his hardest, or whether it's him not fitting into the system, I'm sure there are loads of parties to blame. I think Pogba's got to take some share of the blame. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I think Manchester United, the team in general, it just doesn't really seem to fit. So having said that, where is he going to move? The thing with Pogba, and especially with an agent like Mino Raiola, it's going to cost a lot of money to get him out of there. I know he's only got 18 months left on his contract, but even so, once you get past the fee that United are going to want for him, apparently it's around 50 million, you're then talking agent fees, and you're then talking weekly wages, and for Pogba, it's going to be somewhere between 300,000 and 400,000 per week. Now, there are clubs who are willing to pay that, but when you come to the likes of Juventus, who are definitely a club that are interested in bringing him back, they always like to do these big wages when it comes after a free transfer because they're not shelling out for that deal. So, having said that, which teams are going to be moving for Paul Pogba? The first one, I think, will be Juve. There's been loads of talk about him moving back, and this would honestly seal a rather bizarre return. From United to Juve, they definitely, obviously took the 89 million at the time because it was a hell of an amount of money for Pogba, and he looked like he wanted to return. And then to go back to Juventus again, I get it. I get why he'd want to go back to Juve. He played some of, if not the best football of his career at Juventus. He had a brilliant relationship in midfield with Andrea Pirlo, who of course is now the manager at Juventus. But he's kind of won everything with Juve. Aside from the Champions League, he's dominated Serie A. And it begs the question, why not go and test himself maybe at Real or Barca or PSG or somewhere else? Okay, maybe not PSG, although they definitely would be one of the ones who could afford him. The thing is, at Juventus, for footballing reasons as well, he'd actually fit in very well. The midfield three at Juve with the likes of Bentancur, you've always got the likes of Rabiot, Arthur's a new signing in there as well. They're all very good players, just none of them are quite so direct. Arthur seems to be the only one who's able to turn when he's got the ball and play the ball forward, and that is one of Pogba's strongest assets. When he picks up the ball, he could turn on it, he can evade a player in midfield with brilliant skill and then carry the ball forward, but he's also got the ability to pass the ball forward and then join in the attack. All you have to do is watch a few videos of Pogba at Juve last time and you can see exactly what he's going to be able to bring to the team. Alongside French compatriot Rabiot, I really think this would be a phenomenal move for Juventus and something that could see them take that next step. It's clear that they've got a big race on their hands when it comes to Serie A this season. They're not going to have it as easy as they've had in the last 2 years. And when it comes to the Champions League, we can see they've got the ability to go far and reach a few finals, but not just to take that final step. With a few good new signings over the summer from Juve, maybe just adding Paul Pogba in January could be the final step to see them winning finally another Champions League. But if he doesn't end up at Juventus for whatever reason, there are a few other options as well. The next one being PSG, and from a footballing point of view, he's better than most of the league. He's going to be playing with players who clearly show week in, week out that they are better than most of the league. Yes, PSG may stumble here and there, but when you combine Pogba with the likes of Neymar and Mbappe, certainly, and then also Verratti in midfield too, it's just going to work on a domestic level. PSG will smash the division, they'll probably win the cups, but it's the Champions League, again, where things are looking tough for PSG. They have made it through to the knockout rounds, and much like with Juventus, Pogba could be that signing. He could be that difference in the midfield. Who knows? He could have been the difference in the final against Bayern Munich in last season's Champions League. The Germans were always nailed on to win the competition, but you never know. With an enigma like Pogba who could turn the game just like that, they could have gone on to bring home their first ever Champions League title. When it comes to money, yeah, there's not really much point discussing it. Whatever the fee is, PSG will pay it. Whatever the wages are, they'll pay it. I know they're in talks with Neymar and Mbappe over new contracts, which will see a massive pay rise, and they'll have a ridiculous wage bill. But this is PSG talking about, and they're still going to pay it. The last option is for Paul Pogba to Real Madrid. He has a great relationship with Zidane, one of his idols growing up. He's always spoken about how the move to Real Madrid is a dream move, but he should heed the warning of Eden Hazard. Hazard spoke about this for ages, finally got his big move to Real Madrid, and well, things haven't quite turned out as they planned. Maybe that's because Hazard's joining a team that isn't necessarily the free-flowing attacking team that we've seen in the last few seasons, or maybe it's just because Hazard didn't have enough to take the step up to that level. Pogba should definitely see it as a warning, but also, if you're a gooder player as Pogba is, you've got belief in yourself and the opportunity comes up, he's obviously not going to turn down the move to Real Madrid. In terms of their midfield, Luka Modric may need replacing within the next few years, but they have definitely got a squad full of attacking talents. Odegaard's in there as well. You've still got Isco at the club, Marco Asensio's come back. You've got plenty of players, Valverde as well, who could fill in these midfield positions. Of course, Casemiro and Kroos look like they're just never ever going to relinquish their positions. They're brilliant, they always have been, it looks like they always will be, so Pogba could slot in alongside them. So with that said and done, we're just going to have to wait and see what the Pogba saga will bring next. There's 3 options there, Juventus, PSG and Real Madrid, but what do you guys think? Will he end up at one of those? Will he stay at United or go somewhere completely different? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Check out everything else we've got going on OneFootball, and until next time, I will see you guys later.